This is John Kohler from OK Rob. I'm here in my front yard garden, and today I'm gonna make a fabulous recipe for you. I'm gonna make creamy strawberry dressing. And we're gonna pick some fresh strawberries for the dressing I'm gonna make. And I wanna encourage you to always use the freshest and highest quality ingredients. So I really had to grow my own in compost and rock dust minerals to get the full flavor of the food to come out. So I don't need to use any additives like salt to make my food taste good, because if your food had the nutrients and minerals in it, it would taste good by itself without any additives. So let's go ahead and pick some of these strawberries. Here is a nice red strawberry. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick a full basket of strawberries. We're gonna pick some fresh spinach. So yes, this is what spinach looks like when it grows up a little bit. These nice little tasty leaves are so delicious when they're fresh picked. I'm gonna pick a whole bunch of flowers to dress up the salad. Besides looking pretty to the eyes, flowers are functional. They're high in antioxidants, but remember, they spoil really fast after you pick them, so it's best to grow your own. This is an Ortanique tangerine. We're gonna go ahead and pick this. So now that we've picked all our ingredients, we're ready to make the delicious dressing. And let me first go ahead and introduce all the ingredients. Once again, we have a bowl of fresh picked spinach, a little bowl of fresh picked flowers, a half cup of raw macadamia nuts, and 1 pint of freshly picked strawberries, plus our little tangerine. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make this dressing in the blender. I'm using a Vitamix Turbo Blend VS today, and that comes with this normal 64-ounce carafe, but we're not gonna use this because I find that it's really hard to get dressings out of a tall carafe such as this. We're gonna set that to the side, and I prefer this carafe here. This is a 32-ounce carafe. Works a lot better, a little bit more squared off, easy to get your dressings out of. We're gonna go ahead and put that on top. We're gonna go ahead and cut our tangerine in half. Oh man, that looks like a good one. So this one's a seedless tangerine, and I'm just gonna squeeze the juice literally into the blender. If it did have seeds, I would go ahead and put it in the nut milk bag and literally squeeze it. So this will squeeze out all the juice in the blender carafe and not get any of the seeds in it. Now, if you do blend up the seeds, that's all right. You can't eat them, but it's gonna make whatever you're eating taste really bitter. Let's go ahead and throw that other half in there. So we're using basically the juice of 1 tangerine. Now you could also use a orange or other citrus fruit if you don't have any tangerines handy. So real simple, real easy. Let's go ahead and squeeze the rest of that juice out. Just like that. Next, we're gonna go ahead and add our 1 pint of strawberries. And finally, we're gonna add our half cup of macadamia nuts. Next, all we need to do is simply put on the blender top and start to blend. When I like to blend, I like to turn it on high and on the variable speed on low. And just get it all blended up. So that'll do it. That'll make a nice creamy strawberry dressing. And now all we have to simply do is pour that over our spinach. Once again, you can use this over noodles, over pasta noodles, made with a spiralizer machine. And the other trick I like to do is, because we're using expensive ingredients and high quality ingredients, I want to get every last bit out of the blender carafe. And I have this nice spatula that I got. It's nice and long, and it allows you to get actually underneath the blade to scoop out all that delicious dressing. So as you can see, we're getting every last bit of dressing onto the salad, and you can use this dressing, for a multitude of uses. You could put in wraps, put it over noodles, or whatever you want. Sometimes I'll just put it over cut up cucumbers or even celery. Next, we're gonna take our beautiful flowers and sprinkle them on there. The more flowers, the better. It makes it look pretty. Plus, there's a lot of antioxidants in the flowers. So there it is. That's how easy it is to make a salad out of the garden with a creamy strawberry dressing. And the last thing I want to leave you with is one of the most important things that I have learned since I've been and got into raw foods 16 years ago. And it's simply this: we want to eat the freshest and highest quality foods possible. Not only do they taste better, but they have more nutrition, and that's really why I got into growing my own food. I encourage you to grow your own food and harvest and pick the majority of the food you eat fresh. And don't forget, go to HotRawChef.com to vote for me. Don't forget, do it now. That's HotRawChef.com to cast your people's choice vote for me, John Kohler.